Since our last video, we spent another 3 weeks in the South Island until we came up to Auckland in the north, which is where we are now.
So here we go!
Drove to Kaikōura this morning, don't know if you can hear over the wind.
And the seals and the birds.
I'm just having a run around the headland. We found lots of seals and their pups and beautiful views, it's amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of pups. You almost have to jump over them if you're trying to move at any speed, but no, it's not about that. It's more just, it's pretty.
We're in Havelock, and this is the world capital of green-lipped mussels, apparently, and there are green-lipped mussels everywhere. Green-lipped mussels, we're at the end of some little tiny walk at the other side of the marina, and these guys are everywhere, look at them. Aren't they cool? They're metal, and they're just everywhere. They're everywhere in town. See them on the top of buildings. There's even one on the top of the police station with a little police hat on.
This is to welcome anyone who's arriving on a fishing boat back in, and it's beautiful.
Very cool. Cool little green-lipped mussels. I don't like eating them, but I think they're cute to look at. This is my deep squat that I do every day to try and loosen up my back, and it's good for your knees and your ankles as well. I mean, I'm quite not very upright yet, but I'll get there. Anyway, so today we left Christchurch, drove all the way up the coast to Kaikōura, stopped for a lunchtime run, which was very nice, saw some seals and some seal pups, and had our pre-made sandwiches on a picnic bench on the beach, and then drove up here. Well, I say we drove, Ewan drove, and drove up to Havelock, which is in Marlborough Sound. So we left Canterbury and came into Marlborough, which is wine country, and there was wine everywhere instantly. The fields were just covered in vineyards, and we passed a lot of vineyards with the names of wines that we know and have drunk, so that was neat. And then got to Havelock, which is world capital of green-lipped mussels. Which means kindness in Maori. How nice is that? Beautiful. We just arrived in Nelson this morning, and we're headed out to Rabbit Island.
I can see the sea.
I'll show you in a minute. Rabbit Island for some lunch and just to chill out on a beach.
But do you think there'll be rabbits there?
It's called Rabbit Island. It has to be called Rabbit Island for a reason. Maybe. There you go. Rabbit Island Beach. Beautiful. Leave a little windy and cold. Aside from the beautiful Rabbit Island, we did explore a little bit of Nelson town itself. We went to the modern cathedral in the centre of the city, which had a unique collection of Christmas trees made by various groups. And we also walked out to another long stretch of beach you could get to from the city and the geographical centre point of New Zealand. From there, we went to Nelson Lakes.
Okay, we're at the very beginning of the Mount Robert loop in the Nelson Lakes car park. Well, we're not in the car park, that's where I meant to start recording this video, but we're about 1 minute out of the car park and we can already see the lake. It's cold, but beautiful. We managed to get a day that is about right. Slightly to my side, there's also Jill.
Who's cold, but it's sunny, so that's good.
So the way up here by car was, it's a single track road, gravel road. I would not have liked to do much reversing if other people are coming there.
Yeah, hopefully on the way down we don't meet anyone.
Supposedly no camper vans, but there was one obligatory one in the car park here, which really feels like it's at the end of the earth. This is a really cool track. I am keen to go to Mount Angeles, but it looks like it's about an extra 4 hours, so it's probably not the best idea. Should be a good day.
Yeah, just up to the top for some nice views. Okay, just shopped at New World. Don't know if we can see a sign here. We like New World because they pack your bags and they have free Wi-Fi. Best supermarket in not Australia, in New Zealand.
Okay, here we are at Abel Tasman. It's like a beautiful morning, so time for a jog to Anchorage and back. I'll catch you at the end.
Okay, have fun! I'm on the Abel Tasman walk. This is my 4th time being here. Walked it the full length twice and been back once with our girls, and this is the 4th time. Ewan is probably halfway to Anchorage by now. He's running. My knees are still recovering from our last run in Nelson Lakes, so I'm just having a nice stroll. And it's just beautiful. Lovely weather for it. You can hear the insects. I don't know if you can hear them. They're very loud. And just every turn, there's another beautiful view. There's a lookout, there's a beach. It's awesome. Right here. Stunning. Weka. They're all over the place, quite cheeky birds. Not very afraid. So cute. I'm here at Stew's Lookout. This is like about 20 minutes walk into the Abel Tasman and already amazing views. Little lookouts here.
Well, the Abel Tasman. This is stunning. There's already just sort of 5-6 kilometres in, so much variety. Little wekas running across the track. Oh, here's a stream, watch out, don't fall down. Oh, and there's one of those beautiful little beaches. Whoa! Every corner.
I think Ewan will be almost in Anchorage by now. halfway mark for him, and then he'll turn around and start coming back. I've walked for maybe an hour and a half really slowly. No, an hour and 20 minutes really slowly. Stopped at all the lookouts.
Okay, so we're just about to start the final descent, I think, into Anchorage. This is going to be tough coming back up, but it's stunning. Wow, so that's made it all the way to Anchorage. It's a beautiful day. It's going to get a bit warmer on the way back, but all these beaches, everything is stunning. All the bays are beautiful. Every day's fun. This is awesome. Here we go, going home.
There he is, all the way to Anchorage and back. 23 kilometres maybe? What a legend! Here it comes! Yay! Yay! Good job! At Punakaki, we camped right on the beach, but had a lovely sheltered spot for our tent because the winds were crazy. So the sea was quite rough and it was very cold down on the beach. But we had a lovely run out to the Pancake Rocks.
Yeah, so the first time we were here, you could basically just climb down, walk about them, feel them, touch them, see how smooth they are. Oh wow, there's so many of them. Yeah, now it's got a beautiful walkway though, makes it a lot more accessible for everybody. Yeah, it's looking good. So we're now in the start of the walk. Beautiful.
There are Pancake Rocks too.
Yeah, different colour. What flavour would this one be? Maybe peppermint? Matcha. Could be. It's very much a cold weather rainforest. That's sort of the feel it has. I would swear that was a goat. Are they really a goat? They are goats. Oh. So Jill, very typical of life in New Zealand. What's happening here?
Too hot, too cold. Thought I would be too cold. Was cool. And now I'm too hot, so I'll take it all off, and probably in about half an hour I'll put it back on again.
Here's Jill getting her bearings. So where are we going to go?
And here, and the loop, and back to the campsite just there.
Oh, only 10 people. Ah, it's New Zealand in the wilderness, we should be alright. Ooh, sway, sway. Don't jump and scare Jilly though. This is a big one, but a very safe one, that's for sure. Ah, you've pancaked!
Sunset on Punakaki Beach.
We're feeling like penguins!
A little bit cold, but pretty. So in New Zealand we're camping because it's the cheapest way to travel. We have a little tent and we often stay at the top 10 caravan parks because they are a little bit nicer. They do have better facilities, like you can see in here. This is the dining area. It's a nice sofa to sit on, and this is the kitchen. The light comes on when you come into it. So there's plenty of spaces to cook and fridges to keep your things in and sinks to wash up. So this is a good one for a rest day. I'm having a rest day, so it's nice that I've got somewhere to chill out and charge our batteries and computer and everything. We've got Wi-Fi. So this is just what it's like where we're staying. There's a little laundry I'll just show you out here. So just out. So there's our tent over there. That's where we're camped. That's a laundry. There's a TV and games room over there with a jumping pillow behind it. Plenty of space for camping. Everyone's out for the day now because it's 11:30. Glacier's up there. You can't see it now. So it's a nice quiet space to be. Although we don't have our own, like in an Airbnb, we'd have our own sofa and space, but during the day everyone's out here, so it's like having my own massive kitchen and lounge. Ewan has gone for a walk run up hill up here, which is currently behind the clouds, so that up there, somewhere up there he is at the moment. But here's our tent. So this is our little 3-man tent, so it's got plenty of space in it, and our car. And it's actually quite comfortable now, if a little bit cold. I think it's about 10 degrees last night, so got warm clothes to sleep in and nice cozy sleeping bags. But yeah, and all I can hear at the moment is helicopters, because that's the only way you can get to the glacier now, is by heli hiking. I came here 1991 and we came here in 1999, and you could just walk up to the glacier and stand on it. Then when we came back with the girls, I don't think we came to this one, but coming back to this one now, can't even get close to it. Franz Josef on the west coast. Sunny, which is what we'd hoped. We were trying to plan so we had good weather for the west coast, because it's a bit hit and miss, a little bit cold, and we didn't want it to be wet, so we held out for an extra day in Nelson so that we could hopefully have good weather. And a little bit of a window there with snowy mountains. Just hope Ewan's seeing the glacier.
So I'm on the way down now. Oh gee, I can see back at Christmas lookout now. Can see a bit more of the glacier there, but really it's just all the cloud that I ran through to get to the top. Still, what a day. It's looking good at Rata Lookout on the way down. Clouds don't really seem to be clearing, but still looking beautiful.
The drive from Franz Josef through to Wanaka was through the stunning Haast Pass. We had 2 stops along this road. The first one was to Roaring Billy Falls, which was a beautiful waterfall next to a stunning alpine river, which was icy cold. The second stop was the Blue Pools, which was about a 15-minute walk from the roadside, but a nice walkway and plenty of people there to see it. It wasn't a clear blue sky with sunshine, but it was bright enough that we could see the amazing clarity of these pools and the lovely blue colour. Just stunning. So after our nice quiet pretty campsite at Franz Josef yesterday, it was nice and private and quiet. Today we're at Wanaka, and we are on the site where everyone comes with their boats and their jet skis and their mountain bikes, and it is crowded.
Lakefront though.
It is. Very nice, very pretty, but when we arrived. Said, now have you got a boat or a jet ski? No. A little tent and a car. And we have a nice long space, like our camping spot goes from that road all the way to that road. Yeah. So this is what you come here for. Jet ski.
There's somebody swimming out there. You get run over by a jet ski.
Bit cold, but pretty. It's called Glendew Motor Camp. And you could just imagine that you were in Scotland with this temperature and those hills. And this Scotsman. I could just be in Scotland with this Scotsman, couldn't I? We're in Queenstown at our campsite, and up here is a tree with a cone on top. How did they get that up there? Queenstown in the morning. Nice and quiet. Shops don't start opening till 10. It's much more of an evening place. This is the last day in the South Island of New Zealand. I'm just having a walk down by the lake in Queenstown. That's Ewan's run the Tiki Trail up to there, and then you go beyond that up to Roy's, no, not Roy's Peak, Mount Robert. We did that 4 weeks ago, slowly together, and Ewan's gone to do it today fast. We're in the middle of the Botanic Gardens almost, and there's snow. A pile of snow in the middle of summer, in the middle of the Botanic Gardens. We have no idea why.
That was New Zealand South Island. What an adventure. I loved every minute.
So let's see what the North Island brings.
Let's go.